Hello and welcome to WrestleCulture. Ready?
Always.
A lot of pressure on this one.
Yeah.
Only by himself, of course.
Say this phrase and get some sneers. I believe in pro wrestling. I believe in pro wrestling. Because we love it in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. We say, I believe in pro wrestling. I believe in pro wrestling. Guitar solo. My friends all laugh and tell me that it's fake. I know it's pro wrestling. It's not fake, it's predetermined. Golf is crap and snooker sucks ass. Give me pro wrestling. And Joe Hendry is the prestigious one.
Lost us at the end there, but
Yeah.
very,
Hey.
yeah.
So that's a high bar to clear. I'm Adam Wilbourn from What Culture, joined by Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers from What Culture, discuss all the goings on in wrestling this week. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We review daily wrestling podcasts where we review Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete. The mega quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Nicholas and Phil live on YouTube. All just kind of killing time until Joe Hendry tops the charts this afternoon.
Still time.
There is still
is
time.
It still like an hour or two to get it
I
in there?
think so.
So if you go and buy Joe Hendry's single now, 79p or whatever it is on
Already
iTunes,
got it.
go buy it now because there's time to get him to number one.
Well, unbuy it and buy it again.
Yes.
Exactly. Just stream
God.
it. Put it on in the background streaming, but like turn the volume down and just listen to this instead and just have it on repeat.
Just add a playlist in Spotify that's got 100 tracks and it's all.
And it's all Joe Hendry's thing. Go do it.
Do what you've got to do.
There's not much time. Go now.
Yeah.
But stay here. Stay watching this.
Yeah.
'Cause we
Oh,
want
but-
the views and things
obviously.
too. But go do that in the background.
Don't be stupid.
Come on now.
Unbelievable.
We love you,
what-
Joe, but not that much.
It is mad. It was just like, you know, this will be a fun little thing. It's a little meme that's going around on social media and what have you.
And now he's battling with Hosier and Taylor Swift.
He was just like, I just want to chart. I just want to get like number 39. They've got to play it on the radio now. And now it's like, is he going to outsell Taylor Swift here? Amazing work. And
Very good work.
I mean, the missus wasn't best pleased when I made it my alarm on my phone, but I'm spending 79p.
Ooh,
Well, you may
I
as
mean,
well, I
that's
guess.
commitment. I'll give you that. I will give you that. It is great to see, though.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, Joe is one of
He's
the
very
most
cool.
creative guys out there, let's be honest. So I'm not surprised in the slightest, but it's cool to see that it's actually.
Yeah. And if you have no idea what we're
traction.
talking about, go check out Joe Hendry and Impact
Yeah.
on TNA.
Where have you been on the internet for
Exactly,
last
yeah,
week?
for last week. He's
I
been
liked his song to AJ Francis on
The
TNA.
apology
this
that
week.
became a not
Creed.
apology.
Yes, very clever.
Good stuff.
Also, I want to give a massive shout out. Hi to everyone joining us in chat, by the way. I will get to your questions in due course. Thank you for all your comments and your donations and what have you. But I want to say a special hello to Luke Cullen, who says, I've just finished my English and sociology degree today. Thanks for being part of the 4 years legends. More than welcome. Congratulations, Luke.
Yeah, we did all the work. So
What the hell do you do now?
Welcome. Whatever you get at the end of it, it belongs to us.
Mm-hmm.
You could send it the post, Luke. That would be great.
You are welcome.
You're welcome.
We'll get it on the wall in the background.
Congratulations, Luke.
Yeah, that's
Well done.
lovely.
That's awesome.
Hi to Steve Nicolakopoulos as well in the chat.
Hello.
Former Edward Shiraz hands. It's
The
like-
day you get it wrong will be funny, though.
Yeah.
Won't it? Steve Nipapalov.
He says, G'day, gents. Happy Orthodox Easter. Same to you, Steve. Who had the better live tweets? Drew at WrestleMania XL or MJF when DDP was talking? Also, did anyone else wish that Kenny sold that gut punch like TK did?
That would have been very funny, wouldn't it? I've got to go with Drew, man. Like I
agree.
love your
Yeah,
best
I
friend,
think
Maxwell
so
Jacob
too.
Freeman, but I guess slightly biased because we were there.
Yeah.
But also, it was just great.
It's just very funny.
And the subsequent comeuppance of just like I can tweet and still win the title. I've lost the title.
That's one of the most well-crafted intros to a Mania night I think I've seen in quite a long time. From top to bottom, from literally beginning through to all of that, the comeuppance, the cash in, literally that is
beautiful stuff.
Hard to do a better one, I think, in the last 10 years at least. I know I love the Seth Brock one where he kicked Brock's ass. But
especially because it was here's Hulk Hogan. Yeah, enough of that. Paul Heyman's
enough of that guy.
Oh, nice save.
Yeah. They might not work though. Just do it long. And then a separate word. Cut up.
Phil, your thoughts on the inmates running the asylum in AEW? What do you make of the first week of the Elite?
It's been a roller coaster so far.
Oh yeah.
From the utter nonsense that was that Tony Khan bump last week to this, it's kind of gone mad. I don't know. I'm enjoying it because at least it's definitely entertaining.
Actually, I haven't spoken to you about this because I wasn't here last week. Tell me your thoughts because I took a week off from watching everything. However, understandably, that got through to
breaks
me.
Through, yeah.
It broke through everything.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
It was wonderful.
It was terrible.
Yeah. But
were my opinions on it. What was the general consensus last week?
I said AEW's been a very entertaining promotion, and we're very lucky to have it, regardless of how you feel about it. If you're the staunchest WWE guy, the reason why WWE got better is because it had to, because of AEW, right? We're not here to talk about that, right? They've done some really entertaining stuff. I thought Le Debonair, I know some people were not fans of that, was one of the things that got me through the pando. Just what the hell is wrestling nowadays? And now what they has to work with, they've got this and what have you. And they've done funny spots in matches. I think that's the funniest thing AEW's ever done, ever. And I don't think it'll ever be topped because I laughed at it at the time. I laughed at it immediately watching it back, going, what?
Laughed at the replays of this week's Dynamite.
Laughed at the replays. I laughed talking about it on the news. I laugh every time someone...
Laugh at his neck brace.
I laugh every time someone talks about it. My brain automatically goes... So I laugh again.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. And now the Elite are just running the show because he thought, it's fine, I'll just run it remotely. And they went, turn that off. That was easy. To take over this show. It's not really a hijack, is it, at that point?
Yeah. They did turn it off with some kind of weird static feedback, though, which I don't... It's like, come on, guys, that's not how this works.
The stock footage of... Ooh, hacking. It wasn't even hacking, actually, really, was it? It was just
a bit strange.
Oh, someone's just...
SmackDown Hacker is back. It was the Young Bucks all along.
My stuff for Ian. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, the Tony Khan stuff was absolutely ridiculous. It was so dumb and incredibly funny at the same time. But I think the follow-up is, better in terms of weekly TV, probably. It's at least more interesting and things. I think that without Kenny Omega, it wouldn't have worked, or without that version of Kenny Omega. The tease of Kenny Omega finally coming back to be the Kenny Omega that we all know he can be, the main event level, I'm the best in the world Kenny Omega. And then to have that taken away by silly little asshole Jack Perry and the Young Bucks, I think is kind of perfect. And it needed that, gravitas, I guess. It needed something that was actual stakes and not just Tony Khan wobbling about on the floor like an idiot.
Not even wobbling that much.
Well, it's for a bit he wasn't.
Just
oh, bollocks, it's Zelda.
Oh, yeah, selling the amount of the belly.
Different memes and stills of that I saw with just... That's the kind of stuff you can't buy that. That's just... And I don't know, you can't buy it in a good way. You also can't buy it because what the hell was that? But I think the weird part about this is that maybe the little parts people are thinking, that's a bit hokey, or this is whatever. I have a strong feeling the end point is going to be great.
Yeah.
I think they're doing all the right things. Yes, all right, Tony. To me, it would surely not take that long for someone to teach him how to bump. I mean, just for one little bump.
Yeah.
I think the same thing goes about his delivery on the mic. I kind of like that he just wings it, I guess.
Yeah,
because it's authentic in Tony, that regard, but he is not good at it. And it is what it is. Yeah. But I respect the hell out of him for going on live telly and just, I don't need training, I'm just going to go out and do these things.
The bump just screams of someone overthinking it and then getting every single aspect of it completely wrong because of it.
But then, a guy who had been trained by many people for many years, I'm sure, taking the worst Stone Cold Stunner you've ever seen your whole life at WrestleMania 38 when you were there. So, it is what it is. It doesn't necessarily mean it would be perfect. I do think, though, the plotting, if this is working, and we are all a bit now like, the footage was the right idea, wasn't it?
In terms of,
like the way they are working that.
I don't think they needed the footage to do any of this storyline.
All of the parts are kind of fitting together. Like Jack Perry's in there, FTR are in there now, who came to the rescue. Like they're making it into something. I know it was definitely a ploy.
Yeah.
He himself has been very open now about his new approach of like, it's a ploy. Here's the footage. It's a ploy. I'm in a neck brace at the NFL. Like, fine. Why the hell not? He wants to try and get some excitement.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be wild. I'm kind of here for it.
Yeah.
He sucks at it, but I'm here for it.
My favorite low-key bit about all of this is the weird little Young Bucks and Renee Paquette.
Yeah.
Like the text bit on Dynamite was absolutely fantastic. Like just reading that little text out is just such a good little.
But these are
ripple.
all surely going to lead to things as well. That's
Yes.
the other thing. I feel confident in that now. This isn't just like stuff happening for the sake of it, as it maybe has been for a few weeks. Like this stuff is going to matter again. I think. I hope. I sincerely hope so.
How's the family? Yeah, okay. Really good.
Tipping Kenny off the thing and then going, someone needs to check on him. He's got a he's got a bit of a
He's got a ticking time bomb in his stomach.
the grenade in his middle.
Hi to Mr. Phoenix, straight in the chat as soon as he went live today. I love wrestling with no wrestling in it. You should meet Michael Hamfler. Probably two best guys in wrestling are doing wrestling with no wrestling. So well that when the wrestling in wrestling happens, it'll be better than when it had none. He's talking about Punk and Drew, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. You're in my box, Drew. Well, psych, now I'm in the ring, baby, and I'm doing a knockoff pipe bomb. Mr. Phoenix also says, he's donated, so if WWE fans are E-Drones, Fedheads, and Vinces, may I suggest Mud Flaps as the name of those flapping their gums about the Mud Show? I gotta read it.
You gotta read it.
The views are not necessarily the opinions of those.
Mr. Phoenix also says we have Braun, after the back of the news this morning, where a match between these three men has been pitched. Braun, Braun, and Bronson, who also isn't Braun's son, which would be an awesome triple threat match, as I said this morning.
What the hell's happening? Am I having a stroke? What's going on here? What?
Braun?
No, I hear you. Just this is I feel like I've stepped into a vortex of bullshit for the last. What on earth? My brain is just melting. I'm like, what?
And Mr. Phoenix also says, Backlash and Under Siege preview is available now where you've hidden pods. So
there you go.
All right.
Check that out.
Anything else?
That's it for now.
Pull me back into the reality field. Grab me back to the land.
Never.
What's happening?
We're waiting around in the bowl again.
How much wrestling could wrestle? Chuck? Yeah.
OG Stem Cell, thank you again for joining us as always. Afternoon, boys. How would you debut Jacob Fatu? And a bonus question I'm going to tag onto this. When's it going to happen at Backlash?
Le Jacob Fatu.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Full SmackDown preview intro in French today.
The intro. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought
the
you
whole
the full
podcast.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, you've been busy, haven't you?
Just constantly reading into that thing that automatically
just like
translates.
Shibata approach. Just like, quick, type it quick. And
It feels like it has to happen this weekend, doesn't it? Like
you speaking French?
Either
Absolutely. Oui.
They sort of said that Fatu was going to debut on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago, and then they went, "Oh, that's not happening." And it's like now they've booked Orton and Owens in a match against the Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah, there's room for shenanigans.
Yeah.
There's always room for shenanigans when the
Always
Bloodline is
room for
involved.
shenanigans.
Surprise debut in France for you?
Does it need to happen straight away? I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm just asking. I'm genuinely asking. I don't watch week to week. I'm legitimately asking. Does it need to happen straight away?
I think you wait on it for me personally.
okay.
I think Hammer should get the win on this one to just cement him as a new person. He's not actually, it's going to be his first match in WWE, so you may as well cement him as like an actual threat more than just the attacks and things like that.
But very nearly get beaten, then Jacob would say, oh, well, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
So he should kick
Yeah,
somebody
that's a good
there.
Still have something in there, like heelish tactics or whatever. But I think you should do that. And then, do Jacob Fatu like next week or the week after on SmackDown. Like trickle feed it out.
Run it
like,
back of like, okay, well, you cut corners here or whatever, but now it's a fair
or
fight.
KO and Owens get a new friend or something that helps them out, and then they debut someone else to kind of counter that. But I don't think you need to rush on it at all. I think you can trickle this out. But I think Jacob Fatu versus Kevin Owens, whenever it happens, is going to be a lot of fun.
I could maybe see them on the other side of this coin, just to argue the toss. I could see them doing it because it's in France. They want the excitement. And how many of the belts are we actually thinking might change hands? That's, I guess we're going to get into that maybe. But like, to me, is give them something. If you're not going to give them a belt change or a big thing, which they might do, but not necessarily on the cards, give them something big. Obviously, the one big thing we all know they need to give them, I don't know if it's on the card yet, but where is Baron Corbin?
Come on, guys.
He got drafted, not on TV, but he still got drafted up. He's on
SmackDown, so they're in. I'd say this on the preview.
Braun Breaker's on Raw, though, so they're broken up.
But I just
dogs.
But he's over in France, though.
But he's over in France, and he's on SmackDown.
And he doesn't need to be in the
Wolf
Wolf
same venue tonight and tomorrow night as well.
So they can at least get him on SmackDown tonight just to see what the reaction's like.
You know, nothing against him, but they just used him to be beaten very easily recently.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander come out and go, I hate this place. It's rubbish.
I hate France.
Yeah.
Je déteste la France.
Je m'appelle Cedric.
Où est la bibliothèque?
All week, this has been. All week.
And I'm pissing me off. This is.
The piscine. Very good.
Well, if you like that, you're going to love the quiz. It's all in French. No, it's not.
I wish it was, though. Just take a punt. We don't know what he said, and we just got to guess.
Oui ou non.
Oh.
Hi to Eric Vasquez. Great first name. Eric says, hi, guys. I seen a clip of Tommy Dreamer wrestling Mr. Perfect, and I thought, man, Dreamer's gear was rubbish. Who do you think had the worst gear in wrestling, past or present? Cheers, boys.
There are some big contenders.
There are some
The
big
one
contenders.
that always sticks out in my head because of the snafu that came with it and the fact it was such a big moment of his career is the Shawn Michaels one at the first ever Elimination Chamber, where he's got the brown tights.
Yes.
And the win
did not work.
It was supposed to be like Earth inspired, but because he was Russian, they hadn't had time to finish it.
Yeah.
So like it just looked like it was terrible.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
seen people who have done good brown tights. It can be done. And
Those were not it.
all the pictures of him, he's got the belt. He's looked like it's his heroic comeback with his little bob haircut. And it's like you needed them tights to hit, brother.
It's worse for him as well because his gear's not normally so great and on point.
Yeah.
And
that's
when you
also
have a level
the bar's
that
high,
you're normally at, and then whoa, what is this?
And he had just kind of come back, so you're like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah.
Is this it now?
Sorry, but Eddie Kingston's got crap gear.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll
It's a
say
controversial
it.
take.
I'll say it.
I think he can go between. I think when he tries to do the homages to people,
Yeah, it never works.
hate it.
Even just
I want to like it a lot.
Yeah.
He gets the colour spot on. He gets everything right. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work, yeah.
It just doesn't work. But his normal ass kicking attire, I do kind of like, because he's just a brawler, isn't he? He's
Yeah, but
kicking
it's
people's
too. Like, it's
asses.
still a leotard at the end of the day, which doesn't really fit in the brawler kind of
Yeah.
frame for me. It's like a weird in-betweener thing.
I like him when he's about to set someone on fire and he's got a blood-covered t-shirt, basically.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
I, for some reason, my mind automatically, there's, Giant Gonzalez, all this, blah, blah, blah. They're obvious ones. My brain went to Braun Strowman's pissy trousers when he first debuted, if you remember. And is it The Incredibles? I told him no capes. Is that The Incredibles?
Yeah.
It's Incredibles.
Yeah.
Neville. I was always like, why has he got a cape on?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't his fault, though.
I know, that's not
that
his
wasn't
choice.
Tyler Bate as well. Just because of the tiny little trunks, no knee pads, and little shoes. It just looks like he's walking around in socks and pants all day. It's really weird.
Counterpoint.
It's really weird.
I'm not saying it's not. Counterpoint. Because he's going, the thing is with him, he's going for the like old school wrestler look, isn't he, right?
Yeah.
But then because he hides the colour in, it's like, I don't know if that works. If it's got old school wrestler, it's got to be like black trunks, black boots.
Yeah. I think like the knee pads add a lot to it though. Like,
They
like
would.
Austin, black trunks, black boots, but
Yeah.
the black knee things as well. Like it definitely adds more
I
to
think
it.
his
It's not
whole
just
gimmick
walking
is,
around in
though,
tighty
it's like,
whities.
look at my big strong boy legs. And I'm like, in fairness, if that was the goal,
Aye.
you have achieved it, sir. 10 out of 10. It's
like-
no nuts.
It's like Hamlet. If I had Hamlet's calves, I'd never wear trousers, ever.
Yeah, well, he tries his best not to.
Yeah.
And then it just rains all the time.
It's raining again today, mate. It was forecast.
Is it? Oh, I didn't notice. Your calves are soaking wet, Michael. Literally dripping with
A
water.
woman out of 4 weddings and a funeral. Is it raining? I didn't notice.
Oh, sorry, I hadn't noticed. There's also some terrible, well, there's some great ones. Rey Mysterio's hit to miss ratio is
Brave as well
His
to do it,
misses
'cause-
are big.
yeah. When he
misses.
misses, it goes hard. That was that one. It was like a Saudi show where you had like was almost like skin-coloured
Yeah.
attire, and it was rotten. It was
bad.
terrible.
Pick that up.
There's a famous one as well that Vince went mad about when he came out dressed as a Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer, yeah.
And he had white, whole body painted in white, and it was just slowly coming off during the match, and it's like, what the hell?
Didn't he do a
is this?
Joker one as well?
He's
one
done.
year?
To be fair,
he's
some of
done.
them.
The Joker one
I don't
wasn't
mind
terrible.
all those.
Yeah.
When he nails them, they're good.
Yeah.
But when he gets it wrong, it's because he takes so many swings, gets all these hits,
Yeah.
and then every now and
Exactly,
again he crashes and burns.
But at least he labels his mask with a little mask
does.
sign.
You like the risk
Never
takers.
forget that.
Never forget.
I
This
always,
is my
I wish
mask.
they were all everything. Glove,
Yeah, I know, yeah. Hair tights.
sock,
Boot.
yeah, boot.
Vanders in the chat, put some respect on Max Moon and Mantar, please.
Yeah.
And that sort of.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Max Moon, I was always weirdly. I wasn't even there for Max Moon when he was a thing. It was
Yeah.
all post the fact I was like, this man fascinates
It
me.
looks like, what's the guy called in Licorice All Sorts? Mr.
Yeah, Bertie Bassett.
Bertie Bassett. He looks like
Bertie
Bertie
Bassett's
Bassett.
colours. I think a lot of wrestlers that
When
like
he turned heel, Bertie Bastard.
the dirty bastard.
The dirty bastard.
Dirty bastard.
You dirty
You
bastard.
dirty bastard.
Hi to Grizzle Games in the chat. Your first donation. Thank you. Your first super chat. Thank you, Grizzle Games. Who's also got in touch to say, gimmick or no, Wilbourn's... No, it's real. Trust me. Wilbourn's enthusiasm for NXT got me to watch...
it's definitely not a
it's a
gimmick.
shoot.
Living it.
Yeah.
Got me to watch Spring Breaking, dude.
Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you get
You might
the
as well take
best
a minute.
barrels ever, dude. Just like you
As a
pull
man who does
in,
the pod, this
and you
will be
just
on
get
for a while.
spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah, drop down.
My God,
smack,
that's-
ah.
no.
And then after that,
I mean, I'll
you
smell
just
it,
drop
but
in,
no.
just ride the barrel and get pitted. So pitted like that.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Do you know what, this is
And I
good.
think I'm going to keep watching. Thank you to Grizzle Games.
Thank you. What just made me think of was the thing that got us big. When one of the minute when we go away, there's always something that comes to the forefront in the old crack world, doesn't it? We the patter world, not just sit and do it. For our American listeners, we aren't just sitting in a
We
house.
just got real honest.
We aren't just sitting in a house in Philadelphia, just smacking up the crack. The conversation.
Yes.
The back and forth conversation, something always comes to the forefront. And we were watching SNL videos, weren't we, of like our favourite bits. And the one that immediately I was like, I think you should go home.
I think you go, bro.
I think you should go home, bro.
What they call the Californians.
Yeah.
That and
I think you should go home.
that trip was powered by that, and particularly for me and Nicholas, Lily Hayes.
Lily Hayes. Oh, man. Lily Hayes is a national treasure. We don't know whose nation she's a treasure of. But if you aren't familiar
All
with Lily
nations.
Hayes, this is my gift to you today.
Idiot.
Idiot. Show me where to get that smooshy.
They verilated the eyes.
Verilated. Idiot.
Idiot. She's the best.
Lily Hayes. Lilyhayes. Or maybe it's with an I, actually.
No, I think you're right.
It's one of them two. She's on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok.
No, we don't do
But
TikTok.
I specifically go to TikTok as a non-TikTok member to find her videos. I know you can get them elsewhere, but that's where they all seem to be. If you don't find Lily Hayes funny, you might as well call it quits now and go. But if you're in a bad mood, I lost days to Lily Hayes. Lily Hayes days, they were.
We'd be up, just uploading the last little bits.
At like 2 a.m.
Yeah, after a busy day of content in Philly. And we'd be finished. And by all rights, should just go straight to bed. And then I'd just put on a Lily Hayes compilation. And it's half an hour's passed.
Oh, we've lost all concept of space and
Always
time.
getting up.
And I have laughed, you've laughed yourself into like insanity, basically. Anything's funny when you're that tired. Yeah.
The one time, I was like, oh, this isn't really hitting as well as I was hoping it would. Do you want to explain why that was?
I don't know. Why? Oh, yeah, okay, we can do this now, I guess. I didn't want to panic anybody because on the last day when we came back from... Sorry, this is coming from Wales. We're just having a conversation now. When the last day when we done all... It was Raw. Was the last thing we did?
Yeah.
We'd obviously done everything. It was probably one of the better... Like, it just worked out perfectly, hadn't it? Everything just gone smoothly. We came home. I was like, it's good. We're back at a reasonable time. And someone, Amanda, she was called.
Yes.
We met if she just happens to be there. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for buying us lots of nice chocolates and stuff. We got a load of little bits off people while we were there. And I just got home and thought, I'll get a little cheeky chocolate before bed. Just grab one, boom, 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 in the mouth. But like, just I took a gamble because, like, you're not. There's little ones that have a little bit of peanut in them, and I've got a very mild peanut intolerance. I'm not like I wouldn't die from it.
No.
You'd have to give me a lot of them peanut chocolates to kill me. But like, I was like, oh, that's nice. And then everyone was slowly going to bed, and I was just like, I can feel like. What's that noise? Is that the bottle making that noise? It's like breathing out. I could just feel like an itchy palate starting.
I hate that feeling.
And then I was just feeling a bit uncomfortable, and I was like, I knew immediately, and I was like, I'm just going to sit here and finish what I'm doing, let everybody go to bed, because there are some worriers amongst us, and I didn't want to worry
Place your
anybody.
bets in the chat.
Place your bets. And I just slowly but surely, I didn't even tell him, but I was gargling water at the sink, right? Just like, I just need a dry throat.
Yeah.
And then like, he goes, that's not bad. So he starts gargling water at the sink.
I
I'm like,
thought
that's not a bad idea. That's just gargling water. And I thought, I'm not even going to tell him. I didn't tell him in the morning. I was like, I'm just going to slowly, but he's playing these hilarious videos. And I'm like, normally I'd be right in on it. But I was like, I kind of need you to stop now. So I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed without giving anybody any worries here.
Well, if this is the last thing I see, it's a good.
And I can see him, a man who runs on pops, basically, was doing like the funny stuff. He's like,
not working?
Okay, well, guess what?
He's like, I'll just keep digging.
If you'd have popped,
Yeah.
I'd have gone, right, cool, bedtime.
Because he just kept going, well, a couple more.
Yeah,
I was like, you're not understanding. Good times. Good times. Yeah, wrestling. What was happening in wrestling again?
Adam Zingales in the chat says, hello, I've followed since WCPW. I know AEW has a lot, but I would love to see Hendry in there or WWE. Also, Jack Perry has been on fire since his return. Who should he re-debut against and when? Let's talk Hendry first. Obviously, he's signed to TNA right now, but all this buzz around him will have done him no harm whatsoever, will it?
Yeah, he's making waves. Like Joe, like I think he did a post about like his like mission to get to #1 is starting to get like mainstream media.
So the official charts company mentioned him. They're not just like, oh, this is a silly. They were
Which
like,
is really, really good.
it's Hosier, it's Taylor Swift, or it's this wrestler guy.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, just a quick interjection, because on the screenshot he took is the track by Sabrina Carpenter called Espresso that has literally taken over my life.
Yeah.
Whether I wanted it to or not, it has taken over my whole life and Josh Brown's life and Michael Hamford's life for a short period. I can't stop playing this flipping song.
Yeah.
And then to see him up there, I was like,
All right,
that's how good it must be doing, because that is an earworm and a half.
Yeah. But yeah, like he's making waves with it, and I really hope like TNA are noticing as well, like the amount of effort he puts in to try and get eyes on it as much as humanly possible. He does not stop. That guy.
Well, he must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Bully Ray's been telling him about respect.
Yeah.
So
It's one of those things where people may, from the outside, may glance and go, "Oh, what a cash grab worker sort of thing."
Yeah.
He's been doing this for
He's
years.
been doing it for a long time.
Like, I remember him in like the Prestige, for example, when he was serious. Come on and shush everyone. Not like Chad Gable.
Yeah.
He'd literally just go shh, which was really annoying. It's like white noise over the microphone. You get loads of heat in the stable and what have you.
Yeah.
But then you look, obviously, he's got all the God, don't say just bitch or like. I watched one today.
And Joseph Connors.
Joseph Connors, yeah, classic. I watched one today where he's in, I think, Grimsby or like Cleethorpes, and it's incredible. And there's not many people there. Like, he puts so much work into it, so I'm just so happy for him to see him doing this. And I will genuinely keep an eye on the charts this afternoon/evening to see and going, you want to hear him in it.
Yeah.
But then you also, it's like, I don't want to hear him yet because I want him to get
as high as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wherever he gets, he's like made it into the charts, which is like
The
an
goal has
insane
been achieved.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
Anything
it
after
almost
this
doesn't
is-
matter if he reaches
yeah.
#1 at all. He's done something here that is really, really cool.
While I was being facetious earlier, Bully Ray did make a good point in the tweet. I'm not really asked about what he tweets about, but in the point is that anything you can do to kind of get yourself to cross the boundaries of different things. Wrestling has come into the mainstream in many different ways, and this is just another one of them. Like, I'm not saying it's going to change the world.
No.
What I'm saying is, though, that's a huge jump for somebody and be like, yeah, that's cool. And he's a creative guy. I'm not surprised in the slightest. The guy's been creative as long as I've known him, and this is just another example of him achieving this in a company.
Yeah, and has worked his ass off for like the last 10 years or whatever to get to this point.
in terms of
and his match with Simon Miller that they had
last
Hell yeah,
so
much
good.
fun. Yeah.
Yes.
last
Last year, yeah.
End of last year, wasn't it?
End of last year.
Yeah, the last
last thing.
Impact pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah,
it
has to have been, yeah.
Go and check that out. It was on a card full of very good matches.
Yeah, Osprey's on the cards.
They did something really different. That was really
And it
funny and really
worked.
great.
Good fun.
In terms of Jack Perry's re-debut, I'm conflicted whether you put him in there and he just has a class match with a Ray Phoenix type or whatever, or they just like feed Stokely Hathaway to him because he's been badmouthed in the Young Bucks, for example. I can't decide.
Yeah, I think you just need a different approach to it this time round. But I don't know who.
He doesn't need to be good, does he? He needs to be a little bastard in the match.
In a way, he needs to be Dominic Mysterio almost.
Yeah,
I mean,
or like
who could possibly be Dominic Mysterio?
or like heel Miz kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but like winning in like a very obviously crap way
Yeah.
is the only. And they've got to lean. They have done a great job of leaning into this right now, and they should keep going. But I don't want to watch him be a great wrestler.
Yeah,
like that would
it's
be
such a departure from Jungle Boy. It cannot be that, but with a few heel tactics or something. It has to be completely different.
absolutely.
And especially like to fit in with his new look and everything, like more brawling kind of things. And it needs to be a complete turnaround from everything that he
blindsiding
was.
people, attacking people, whatever it is. It needs to not this amazing workout we've all watched for that as Jungle Boy.
yeah.
Because I think in all of the madness with Punk and that, people have maybe forgotten, like, Jungle Boy kicked ass for a long time, man. He was really good. It's just a shame that a lot of people can't get past it, Michael Hamflett. But yeah, I would like to see it where he's just very different, but he's got to be the worst prick ever, and it'd be great. I'd love to see it.
But I definitely can't decide who that right person would be.
No.
Like
It's gotta
an
be
Orange
people's
Cassidy
favourites. It
type
should be
thing
people's
would
favourites.
work,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work within the stories because he's got his own things going on.
Have him beat your favourites. Dominic Mysterio taking the belt off Carmelo. No, off Wesley.
Yes.
Yeah, Wesley.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great to see Wesley back, by the way.
Yeah,
That was
great to see
awesome
him
this
back, but-
week.
But that's the kind of thing.
Yeah.
He should never be winning that match. But he did, because it was not just funny, but it was also the right move for the character.
Marcel Laviolette says, good morning, feeling good this Friday. The Ginger Gentleman and Big Nick from a cafe in Nice, France.
Oh, oui.
When do you think the Bo/Howdy character shows up? SummerSlam? Enjoy the weekend, guys. You have a good weekend, Marcel, as well. Apologies in advance, by the way. The content's not going to be the usual stuff on Monday because it's the bank holiday here in the UK. I know everyone's just going to still log on and go, where the hell's the Raw preview and the Backlash review?
So they're going to get more, is that what you're saying? Because you're just going to work the whole bank holiday really hard?
Back on Tuesday.
Back on Tuesday.
Yeah, when do you think the Howdy stuff? Oh, they just signed Eric Rowan, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it's all seemingly
just
falling
signed
into
Eric
place. WWE?
Are they?
Yeah.
You know what it is? You take one half a day away from the
Right,
office
everything
and
changes.
and everything's different.
How long did the QR code stuff last with Bray Wyatt the first time? Because it was quite a long time.
It was obviously Survivor Series, right, when he turned up?
Yeah.
And it felt like...
But they had done it for quite a while in the
Yeah.
build-up. Like, they'll follow the White Rabbit
So
stuff.
I feel like they won't be in a rush for this. They've only just sort of started getting going with the QR code stuff. Like they've they've only just been doing it in the odd entrance and things in so far. So it's not like they've even started to ramp it up in any way, shape, or form.
In the most, like, not cynical, but in the most business-minded way possible, having just released the documentary about Bray with all of that, and obviously people really loved that. It was very touching. It's kind of in the mind at the moment. I wonder if maybe they will not rush it, but like expedite it more perhaps than they would have done, because
just to keep
if you leave it like, if you left it like 6 months or whatever, maybe it'll not the interest, because of course it's still an interesting topic. He was a fascinating guy, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
With the stuff that just come out, and WWE are very anti-KO. It's just as a promotion of very much that way minded, aren't they? So
So a while this has been going on, because this is this went on for, because this was from September, a Michael Hamflett article about the latest White Rabbit tease. So fair few months. I wouldn't be surprised if they waited till around SummerSlam.
Yeah, potentially. I think they've got it in them to hang around a little bit longer. Maybe, like, I mean, if they're gonna rush it, maybe a Money in the Bank could be a good one, because it's still like it's kind of the big four now, isn't it?
Or like a big moment at a big one. Yeah. I'd say
Howdy in the bank.
Howdy in the
Howdy
bank.
in the bank.
Cool. Ruined it.
Yep. Good.
I know I'm very protective over my Money in the Bank winners, and my insistence on Sami Zayn every bloody year.
So who's the second ones? Oh, Tiffany Stratton
Tiff
this year.
yeah.
If it isn't Tiff, we should all have to show our arse in Phoenix window because that is almost
Unless she's already
guaranteed.
world champion after Saturday. I
That-
bet as well have both.
They're going to sell way too many briefcases for that to happen.
I don't like the people suggesting CM Punk. Not because I don't want CM Punk with a briefcase. I'm sure he could be loads of fun. You have to get through a ladder match to get to... And let's not...
Yeah.
He's only just coming back.
He also really doesn't need it.
Yeah.
He is his own money in the bank briefcase.
Yeah.
This microphone, just waiting for that to fall off there, that's his money in the bank briefcase.
I still think you're one of the prime briefcases. The one.
Oh my god.
It's pretty good.
This is good.
Good.
Let me smell it.
Oh, you have a sniff of this. It's
Fundamentally
I
disagree with this.
Saw a sign for this and told Hamflet about it, and then he bought it for me at lunchtime.
Iron Brew Extra, I should point out, not normal Iron Brew,
Don't know what that means.
I have no idea.
with Raspberry Ripple.
The best ice cream flavour.
Like, who was going, you know what we need? Raspberry. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all when America does all this mad stuff. I've got to say, though, that does smell great.
It's not really... I'm not a huge fan of, like, ice creamy,
Is it Iron Brewy at all, or is it just Raspberry Ripple?
It's,
I can smell Iron Brew in there, but
Yeah,
it's
it's-
the Raspberry Ripples for show.
You want a taste?
Kinda.
I'd like a taste. Taste. A taste of the good life.
You sack of...
That's weird, but
Yeah.
kind of good.
Yeah. So you're telling me there's a chance?
So
Definitely Raspberry Ripple.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Iron Brew.
Well done. I don't rule out Raspberry Ripple here as well.
my favourite ice cream flavour. Just so goated.
I've always been a mint choc chip guy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
always
good.
seems to be the one I end up at.
Bill?
Favorite
Vanilla.
I love a good vanilla, mate.
I mean, to be fair,
Hey, vanilla's
like
class.
the Cornish
Nothing
cream.
wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a sorbet guy as well. I love a bit of sorbet.
Sorbet. Anything like salted
Lemon
caramel.
sorbet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, this is the thing, though. Because mint chocolate has been the guy for so long, it's like,
Yeah.
so somewhere
I
else,
like a mint chocolate.
you can mix and match. I'm like, I'll have a little bit of a little coffee one. Little
Coffee ice cream's good.
Salted caramel is always good. Like vanilla goes with those. You get a little 3-box. Possibilities are endless, guys. Don't just like one. Like them all. Try different things.
And I'm going to the seaside now this
don't
weekend
pick-
after you said that.
Yep. Just don't pick salty as the flavour unless it's the sea dog. Oh yeah.
John Harrison, he of the WrestleCulture theme, of course, says, "Good Friday, boys. Finished week 1 of Lean Six Sigma training just in time for WrestleCulture."
Nice.
That sounds
I
exhausting.
mean, that's what we were doing this week as well. As you can tell, it has
Yep.
paid off for all three of us. We are ready to go for week 2. Let's have it.
I've got a smile on my face akin to the learning tree. Have a great pod. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Love.
I like Jericho again after that match with Shibata.
Shut up.
Just
shut up.
not the person. Garrett.
Shut. Right. I haven't watched it yet. Right. I'm
match
going
was
to.
quite fun.
I've heard the match was
Yeah.
good. Listen, I managed to get through 2 wrestling matches that included Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Right. You have to talk to me about accepting when stuff's just good. I get it. I will watch it.
It was the best Jericho match of the last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of The Rock, have you seen... Did Andy tell you the story about the
No, I
Observer?
went to the bathroom and then I had to set this up. So
I'm telling him. I love this. Apparently, according to
finding
Mel...
this out, whatever this is, I'm just discovering this live on air, unless I've already read it on Twitter today. But
Yeah, according to Meltzer, so...
So it's definitely the truth, and there is no shaking it. Would stand up in the court of law. Okay, good.
plan for WrestleMania was going to be Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Shot at the title of WrestleMania, of course.
Yep, of
but
course.
oh no. He's got injured.
Yep.
He's been taken out by the bloodline. Who can take his spot? Dwayne will take it.
Of course you will.
Dwayne will take it. Dwayne will take it and defeat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
I told you.
And wait for it. Wait. I've not even got all the way through yet. And obviously, because he is man of the people, immediately after WrestleMania, vacate the title.
Yeah.
Vacate the title.
Yeah.
And then just go around calling himself the People's Champion.
Of course, yeah.
And then presumably Cody just wins it in a tournament or something.
Money in the bank.
And what's the problem with this? Sorry.
I mean, I would have been saying that. What's the problem?
Like, you don't need me to tell you what's wrong with that. You already know. And I won't rise to it. It didn't happen. Thankfully, we got what I would consider to be probably the best version of Dwayne's inclusion. I mean, in the end of the day, He went out on his back to the dead man.
He became the greatest bad guy
And-
of all time.
He became what?
The greatest bad guy of all time.
Yep.
No,
he's-
hear
he
the
kicked-
stuff about his
kicked
movie,
ass.
whatever the movie was.
Oh,
about. He's
yeah,
showing up like
Red One.
6 or 7 hours late and
Piercing
adding
in bottles.
$50 million
Yeah.
to the budget and
Yeah.
paying in bottles.
Look.
Giving them to his PA to get rid of.
It's not, you know,
I'd pay good money for that piss bottle.
it can't. We just have it on the set and Rock's piss. Yeah.
I mean, we can't just have a bottle of piss on the side, just
Yeah.
label it Rock's piss.
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind taking that bottle of piss to the scientists, actually.
Yeah, they wouldn't sell it ever, would they?
That's
Oh,
why.
it's going through the bottle.
well,
That's why you need people to get rid of it.
please empty this. Or store this for later. For no reason whatsoever. It's like he's ever going to have to do a piss test ever again in his life.
Yeah.
This is akin to many other things, right? I could rise to this. And maybe some of this is true, but it all feels like we're in the weeds and someone's definitely out to get him. And
Yeah.
great, I hope someone does get him one day. This is to me like the diss tracks that are going on right now. Let's just drag in pop culture for a bit. We've gone on a few tangents today. The Kendrick and Drake stuff that's going on at the minute. I don't know how familiar you are with this, Phil.
I've seen it.
I deliberately, until yesterday when you brought it into the, I had avoided it all because my thing is like, come on, just make some music I want to listen to instead. You're grown-ass men. You're millionaires. You've got other things you could be doing. You have children. Channel this energy into something else. But then on my other hand, I'm like, well, maybe it's nice to just get in the filth every now and again and just see what's going on in the mucky world of being a stupid asshole. And I did yesterday. And I enjoyed both songs. Because I like both guys. And they're both very different in very different ways. Some hits, some misses. This is the thing with the Rock, man. Like, so this is always going to happen. One day someone will probably get him. And I even then, I'm not sure I'll enjoy it because I'll just be like, I've just got other stuff to do. I don't want to give Dwayne. I don't want to give him it. But then I'll be like, go! Send me the piss bottle! His promo on that Raw was the favourite thing of mine I think he's ever done.
Yeah,
So good.
I hate him. He's the best. I hate him.
Just a few questions to clean up in the chat, and then we'll get to the hashtag Bloody Good quiz pretty soon. Stephen says, where do I get this Iron Brew? I hate to say this, but a shop in Gateshead Interchange. I don't know if it's been sold everywhere. It's one of the smaller shops that has all the weird chocolates and sweets. And what have you.
Scotland, for sure.
Yes.
I think I feel confident in saying that.
Devin is confused as well in the chat. Americans are like, why have you got a holiday? What's your holiday for? It's Britain's weird bank holiday schedule.
May Day.
It's May Day, not, as Devin assumes, Star Wars Day. It's not the reason we're having a holiday.
Don't have a
Fair
holiday,
assumption.
Star Wars,
Fair
yeah.
assumption.
John Harrison says, Nicholas, if Jericho doesn't put a smile on your face, I'll re-record the WrestleCulture theme using my tongue.
Well, I guess what, John? I already hate the match, so you better get going. Get out your tongue. And I don't just want you to do it, I want you to film it as well. I want to watch that. I want to watch that.
And Amanda Slaughter is in the chat saying, OMG, I got a shout out. Thanks for making my weekend. Love you guys so much. Fun fact, while showing my Mania pics, most of my co-workers thought Nicholas was Shaun White.
I actually have.
Here we go.
I have another. Where's my phone? Oh, it's over there. I actually literally have a screenshot for you from a random dating app.
Oh, hello.
But on this very topic.
Hey, that's Shaun White, Phil, by the way. I'm sure you're aware of the snowboarding guy.
I'm not a doctor. Or maybe I am. Doxing anybody. As you can see, I have cut away photos and everything.
Of course.
What does that say at the top of that?
There you go. Anyone ever tell you that you look like Shaun White with a little snowboarder
A little
emoji?
snowboarder, which is...
Hello.
And this has never come into the zeitgeist, right? Until we went to Wally Mania.
Yeah.
And a random guy at Wally Mania stopped me and went, "Are you Shaun White?" To which I said, "I'm not, but it could be. If you want me to be Shaun White." I was like, "Who the hell is Shaun White?"
him? Yeah, who the hell is Shaun White?
And
Is it
like,
this
he's
guy?
a snowboarder guy. And I have to say that when he's got the shorter, like this, it's sort of like this. Because he had really long hair. at one
Yeah,
point.
like curly.
Yeah. And I just had no idea who he was. I am going to say no, because I'm better. But I can see why people would think it's weird, though. As soon as I wasn't American, surely that guy would have been like, "Oh, that's not Shaun White."
Yeah, that's true.
How would he? Surely.
Unless
What
he
was the giveaway? Arit?
Hi to Nyan, who says, my exams start next week. I'm the hamlet of students, mind you. Good luck with the exams next week.
Good luck indeed.
And don't worry, if not, you can just do this bollocks on YouTube. Just Daryl says.
No. Do the exams.
Yeah.
Do good on the exams too. Maybe.
Yeah.
It'll probably help.
My parents wanted me to be a lawyer. I was really good at law at A-level.
And that is why he's such a great journalist. Because he's detail-based.
Your Honour, my client said, I don't know why you do that. And he didn't commit the murder.
Grounded? Jail? Like, imagine you going into a court with the soundboard and being like, you've only asked my opening statement.
Your Honour, I'd like to give the members of the jury what I like to call a...
Oh, teachable moment.
Like, imagine that. In fact, there's going to be a skit we could do
Jury
that at
person
some
says,
point.
what? Ah! Got him!
Yeah.
Take him away!
Yeah. Well, easiest $2,000 I ever made. Off we go.
Heiser Just Daryl says, happy Friday to everyone except Willie.
No, hang on. This one or your own?
This one.
Hey.
I talked too much about Pompey on the SmackDown review. Daryl's a Southampton fan. Says it's a heel turn for me after last week's praise of Letitia. Enjoy Backlash. I will say, just in case people have just heard
footballer.
that. Just the football part. Not the insane conspiracy theorist part.
Letitia, wonderful footballer. And that's full stop.
Yeah, this will mean nothing to you. Interesting stat attack for you. Which I dropped on Hamlet on the SmackDown preview. Every champion from the National League all the way through to the Championship plays in blue. Leicester, Pompey, Stockport and Chesterfield.
Great.
All.
Okay. Your weekend just got better.
But also, the guy behind the BBC...
I know yours did.
Love it.
The guy behind the BBC News...
It's my favourite football.
This is actually a great fact, this.
The guy behind the BBC News... made... touch and goes, would you go to bed with me? Which is a mind-blowing fact I discovered this week. Nothing wrestling related there. I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
When will have the insane brass section immediately after that? I see. I was going to do it, but I thought, no, his will be funnier because I know he can't do it.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to learn.
Like a chicken.
I feel like it wouldn't have been the hit it was if it was me. But would you get a bit like them?
They're like, which one did you do? Neither. I couldn't do either of them. Touch and go? No. The BBC soundtrack? Couldn't do it. It's just, what's the soundtrack? This is the news.
Oh, dear. You reckon Cody wins on Saturday then?
Yeah, I do.
And let's just round this off quickly and talk very quickly about the matches.
Oh, yeah, well, we meant to talk about Backlash.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Cody
Sorry,
AJ
guys.
Styles. I think this will be a really good match.
Yeah.
But it's Cody retaining. A bit like Jey Uso versus Damian Priest. Priest walks away as World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah,
One way or another.
I hope so. I hope we get some AJ who's like, yeah, you know what? Sorry, let's put my old Roman Reigns working boots on and go to town.
And having ice baths.
So I hear, yep, that, yes. Yes, he has.
I don't know what that means, but...
Yep, good for him.
And Hamlet has inceptioned me into thinking that the Priest-Uso match has shenanigans and gets run back at King of the Ring, probably. He's still main event a bit longer.
Yeah.
He's not winning the title.
He's main event Jey Uso after all. He's going to stay in that center.
First draft pick.
He won't be in the main event, though, will he? Or will he?
No.
No.
Go, main event.
Oh, first match, is it? Okay.
Almost main event Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Any chance Bailey drops the title?
Not for me, but I'm not running the show, so...
It's not up to me, I'm afraid.
Say.
I don't think so. I think you need to cement this run a little bit.
And Nia's waiting on SmackDown.
I'd like to see Bailey get a good stab at it. Like, she kicks ass.
She kicks ass and she deserves it.
Just for the pandemic years alone.
Yeah.
Is what she deserves that for, yeah, for sure.
And the one almost guaranteed title change sees Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill challenge the Kabuki Warriors. Now is the time to switch the titles.
Nah, just have Bianca there and just have them lose.
I was saying them split.
Immediately missed it, and then they punch each other.
Bianca Belair turns.
Yeah. She joins Damage Control match after all that.
Yeah. Low blows Jade Cargill.
Yeah. And the thing is, people are going to hate this. I think there's those weird people saying that the match at Mania wasn't good. And by the way, I should say that you are entitled to your opinions. And if you didn't like it, didn't like it. Yeah. But
I could agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong.
But we'd both be idiots. But like, what else do you want?
Yeah.
It doesn't all have to be the same. This is just your old school. You aren't going to see loads. You're just going to see good moves, and the finish.
There'd be the same people who'd be saying, you've overexposed Jade Cargill there by going 15, 20
If
minutes.
she went 15, 20 minutes, it would be the same problem.
Yeah.
In reverse. It'd be like, why is she doing these long matches? She'd just enjoy her. She's fascinating just to watch.
Yeah.
In general.
They
that
know-
entrance needs a belt around her waist.
Yeah.
Yes, looks too
They need
great.
gold. They definitely need
Yeah,
gold
it
on the
looks
waist.
too
That'll
great.
be perfect.
Injuries aside, they know they've got her for what, 2, 3, 4 years probably signed on a contract. That's not.
If she's wrestling like this, they've got her for longer than
tag
that.
titles, and then big match with, let's say, Bianca's the split around the summertime. I think you could have her be a world champion by this time next year.
Honestly,
No rush.
Easy, keep it
no
going.
rush. But and clearly they don't want to rush her. Triple H was even openly speaking about that. It was also just like,
Yeah, they've been very
what
careful.
they're doing at AEW. They're talking nothing, which, But don't rush her. That's just
Yeah, no point.
she's a good spectacle. I'm happy to wait. More than happy to wait.
But yes, enjoy Backlash, France. Enough of all this.
The Backlash.
Indeed.
We're there. We can't go into the quiz without... I need your pitch for what's happening with Baron Corbin. That wasn't a joke.
Oh, sorry.
No,
yeah.
shoot. Like, come on. I want. Give me some concrete. Give the good people at home some concrete on Baron Corbin.
Well,
we know he should be main eventing.
I will say that John Cena has been seen in France as well.
How?
Indeed.
I mean, someone's great. Whoever developed them glasses. Whew. Fair
I
play.
mean, he wasn't in Lyon. He was in like Nice or something, which is miles away, but it's still in the same country.
Still in France.
And in America, like
He'll probably
then,
come out and
France
say-
is
Yeah.
like nipping down the road.
Yeah. He'll probably say, what if we did a WrestleMania in France?
Yes. So yeah, we. A-Town Down Under say we'll defend our titles. Baron Corbin comes out.
With
They
who,
go-
though?
When they go, well, here's your tag partners on
Oh,
Raw, you
just-
can't do it. John Cena's like, I'm his mate.
Nah, I don't want him. I don't want Cena getting the
don't
rub.
want-
Of
Come on,
Baron.
Corbin,
Alright, what about-
sullied.
I don't think so.
What about, as he's been described in the chat
No,
by
no,
Mad
no.
Mike, the new vulture from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Thoughts?
He wishes. He wishes.
Love the vulture.
Vulture. Yeah, Vulture's great, to be fair. But then, doesn't really fit because Vulture's great and Dwayne is Dwayne. So,
Corbin could be the guy that joins forces with Owens and Orton to take on the new bloodline.
There you go. Makes the save. Heroes.
nah, he just needs a one-off. I'm going to kick somebody's ass with the
Shinsuke
best moves
Nakamura.
in wrestling. Yeah, there you go. Boom, done.
That's who it's been
Sorted
for
up,
everyone
done it,
else.
yeah. That's all I
He's been
want.
drafted, though. Maybe it's a fresh now.
All I want.
Smackers
Both
now.
on SmackDown, yeah.
You got it right. I just would like him to go out there and just get a nice 5 minutes, kick somebody's ass and do some end of days and then
huge
some
pat.
deep sixing.
Yep.
And maybe do a steak. Or
Yeah.
what's a bit of French cuisine you could do?
Segment.
It's nailed.
Yep. Well, there you go.
Well, we're going to keep this theme running because sort of enough for all this. It's now time for a bloody good quiz. And this week's quiz is brought to you by Plantgren, who left us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can have your name associated with the Bloody Good Quiz if you just do the same. Love this channel and everyone who contributes to it, keeping everything up and running. But I'm really missing out on what makes me coming back to What Culture. 5 stars because this channel absolutely earns it, but please get back to regularly covering AEW programming. I will say that was the week where we just got back from WrestleMania and we were on Collision this week. And we would have done a Collision preview and review this week. They just not bothered to put a show on. So there you go. It is like NHL and BAN.
Yeah, excuses. That's all I'm hearing.
Excuses.
But genuinely, thank you for your 5-star review. So I've
I wish
decided...
more people would click on the AEW stuff and then we
Yeah.
would do more of it is the problem. Is the
It's all
issue
your
we
fault
are
is what
having
we're getting at.
right now. If your product be cold, need no
Nobody be
gold.
Hi to Stephen B, who just says, I've had Joe Hendry on repeat since the start of this podcast. Good work.
I believe.
This week's quiz is all about French wrestlers.
Ah, oui.
Oui.
Très bien, merci.
Multiple choice. Shout out your name and wait for me to come to you.
So this is the day when we get all cancelled. Podcast go kaput. What's the French for vavavoom?
I do not. I'm the wrong person to ask for that one. Oh. Seen pissed up Jamie Carragher, by the way. From
Yeah,
Class,
dude.
that, innit?
Really funny.
Anyway, 10 questions, all about
Okay.
French wrestlers.
Okay.
Think of the storied history. French wrestlers, mainly within WWE.
Story history of French Canadian wrestlers.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
10 questions. And what would you always shouting now? Wait for me to come to you. And remember, it's just for fun.
What's fun in French? There, you should have.
It's just
Juste for
le fun.
fun. The fun.
It is.
Juste pour le fun.
Pour le fun.
Ah.
Question 1. Où est la bibliothèque?
Rodeca, la biblioteca. Me llamo Tibo,
Carl
la
Stevens.
araña discoteca.
Happy Friday, fellas. I live on the West Coast, so Backlash starts at 9 a.m. What sort of hors d'oeuvres should I serve at a breakfast and Backlash watch party?
Sacré bleu.
French toast?
Oui.
Oui.
Croissant.
Croissant?
Croissant.
Pain au chocolat.
Pain au chocolat.
très, très
Oh,
bon.
oui. We need
Jus
some.
d'orange? Jus d'orange.
Oui.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, comme ci, comme ça. Petit pois, just some peas in a bowl.
Piss bottle? Is that what you said? Ah, Le Rock.
Got it wrong.
Le Rock. Les chansons.
Okay.
That's the French people eat. Croque monsieur.
I bet they do.
That's when a footballer gets injured.
Whatever they do in their spare time, Philippe, is up to them, not to me. No.
Question number 1.
Ah, oui.
Un.
French wrestlers.
Numéro un.
Numero un?
Oui.
Is that right? Numero un?
Yeah.
Oui.
Oui.
Who did Baron Corbin beat in Paris last year? I've gone for the biggest French star there is.
Yeah. He is the biggest French star out there.
But you remember that match? 1, 2, huge pap. Who was he
But I
wrestling
can't-
in
that's
there?
the problem.
I got no
Because
goddamn
he had such
clue.
an aura,
Yeah.
Je ne sais
Baron. Le aura.
pas. Je ne sais pas.
Johnny Gargano, Rick Boogs, Madcap Moss,
Le
or
Boogs.
Dolph Ziggler?
Nicholas. I'm going to guess. I don't know. Madcap Moss because of the timing, maybe?
That's what I would have guessed.
No, dear, that's
dear, that's
wrong.
Oh, what were the other options?
Johnny Gargano, Rick
Dolph
Boogs,
surely.
or Dolph Ziggler?
It's always Dolph.
Bad
isn't it?
Dolph, innit?
When was he released? After this, surely. Philippe. Dolph
Yes.
Ziggler.
Philippe.
No, dear, that's wrong.
It was our boy Rick Boogs, apparently.
Was it really?
According to Cage Match, at least.
French don't like
they've been
boobs,
wrong
I
before.
guess.
So.
Question number 2. Let's come on. Baron Corbin was fun, but let's get to the French wrestlers.
Baron.
Go. Sami Zayn.
Maurice,
There we
how many
go.
times
Ah, yes, another one of your favourites.
does Maurice's theme say pourquoi?
Oh, come on.
Think of it through in your head. Pourquoi?
I literally,
Pourquoi?
I couldn't. If you held a gun to my head and said, "Do the theme
I mean,
song
I
for
get
Maurice,"
that
right?
far.
Yeah,
I got nothing for you.
it would be more useful if someone held a gun to your head and said, "Do the touch and go song." There's more chance of it happening. That's where we're at here.
21, 24, 27, or 31? How many times did it say
Philippe. 31.
Yes.
Good.
Oui.
Bravo.
Super.
Right. Sort of cheated because I
correct, oui.
got a few questions about Andre the
C'était
Giant.
super cool.
I put in quite a few questions about Andre the Giant because
Yep.
he's actually
Yep.
someone I can conclude.
Yep.
True or false? Saddam Hussein once told Andre the Giant to lose weight. True or false? Très ou faux? Saddam Hussein, Andre the Giant, lose weight.
But I tell you what, depending on how scared you were of him, you'd be like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to lose some weight.
Philippe. Why not? True.
No, dear, that's
Oh no,
True.
no.
I'm sorry, we must take the first answer, which was no.
It's because I've switched the buttons on certain pages. I've
I still
confused
don't get
myself.
why have you done
I
this?
don't know.
Why- just change it. You've been at it for years.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, apparently they're on a tour of Iraq.
Idiot.
And they said
Idiot.
Andre has to lose. And then after the match, Saddam Hussein went up to him and went, you should lose weight if you want to be a successful wrestler.
In this predetermined sport, you should definitely lose weight. That will help your odds.
Thanks, Saddam Hussein.
Thanks,
Anyway, 2-0 to
Saddam.
Philippe.
Philippe.
Woo.
Philip. You like that?
Why didn't Andre the Giant get along with Randy Savage?
Why does this sound like the beginning of a
It
joke?
really
Yeah.
does.
Because Savage ate 9.
Why didn't Andre the Giant get along with Randy Savage? They got into a fight after Andre farted on Miss Elizabeth.
I've heard this before. I've heard that
That's
before.
Nasty Boys
Oh, it's
farting
even
in someone's
Nasty Boy,
hair.
Yeah, okay.
I've always been basing it somewhere in the realms of reality.
Don't even start. Just get to the end. Come on.
They got to a fight after Andre fought on Miss Elizabeth. Andre hated baby oil and Randy insisted on wearing it.
Right, that sounds legit.
Andre accidentally sat on Randy's hat and crushed it. Or Randy once ate Andre's Slim Jims and didn't apologise.
Philippe,
Oh, oui.
le babiole.
Yeah, baby oil.
How'd you feel about that, eh?
I don't even want to take part. I just like to listen sometimes. A great observer, that is me.
3 to Phil so far. Question 5.
Toi.
J'habite à Newcastle.
On de toi.
Dans l'Angleterre.
Maurice.
We all took
Ça
French
va?
at school, Phil.
Ça va?
Ça va bien, merci, et vous?
Oui, ça va.
Ah, c'est toi.
He's a what?
Eh?
Excellent.
Don't tell him.
Back to another French star, Maurice. Maurice stars in the brilliant Sharknado 3. But which of these celebs even?
Which of these slabs?
These
slabs.
These goddamn slabs.
Goddamn slaves.
Right. Which of these celebrities does not make an appearance in Sharknado 3?
Are we calling Maurice a celebrity?
He is. Well, a slab.
Slab.
Maurice.
Slab.
Neville Southall, the former Everton goalkeeper, Chris Jericho, Jedward, or Kelly Osbourne.
I hate you for this.
Which of these people does not make a cameo
Nicholas.
in Sharknado 3?
He can't be in this film. He can't. If he is, I'm gonna
Neville
be
Southall,
so,
Chris
so
Jericho,
mad.
Jedward, or Kelly Osbourne.
Be so mad at you if he's in this film. I'm gonna be furious. Neville South is not in the film.
Yeah, he's not in the
Neville Southall.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Shut up.
It's not,
Shut
I've not watched it, but
What were the other options?
I read it. Neville Southall apparently is in Sharknado 3. The list is insane. Neville Southall, Chris Jericho, Jedward, or Kelly Osbourne. Sorry, Neville Southall's gone. Chris Jericho, Jedward,
Wow.
or Kelly Osbourne. Who are they? who
Now,
are
is
those?
this a trick?
I'm
one?
kind of hoping it's Chris.
Jericho.
Jericho.
He was in a one, but was it this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Chris Jericho.
No, dear, that's wrong.
He's in it. Jedward's in it. Neville Southall's in it. Kelly Osbourne, Sharknado 2. So
There you go.
the list, you thought I was scratching the
No,
serve.
I don't want to know.
Eric Vasquez says, does Stax know French? Also got a Simon story from the live show. I'll put on X regarding Stax talk. Hello.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Stax will crack some French jokes next week on...
Maybe.
You'd have to ask him, though. And his fee's already high enough as it is. If I've got to get him to speak a second language, I'm thinking
Yeah.
he might go bust.
It's true.
So after 5 questions, it's 3 to Phil. Nicholas yet to get on the board, but still time.
Yeah. It's just for fun.
Question 6.
What was it?
I've got distracted here.
Pour le fun?
Yeah, but...
Juste pour le fun?
I've
Je peux le fun? That sounds like a telephone. Je peux le fun?
I've realised I've just written another question about Sharknado 3 here on about French wrestlers, but Maurice is still in Sharknado 3, so that still counts. Maurice is in Sharknado 3. He's like,
Worst French quiz ever.
He doesn't care, so why should I?
yeah.
That's what you've got to ask yourself. Because I ask myself it every day, and sometimes I don't have an answer. Other times I just think I shouldn't come in. Would they even notice? Would they know? Would the stream happen if I wasn't here? Who's to say? Who really cares? Probably you. Who's to say?
Where do the sharks attack in Sharknado 3?
Oh, mate.
He's gone.
In the tornado.
He's gone. See you later, guys. Right, your options, Phil.
Oh, God damn you.
Where do the sharks attack in Sharknado 3? Is it Paris, Tokyo, London, or space?
If this isn't Paris,
Okay.
then we're going to have issues, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Paris.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Let's go through the other options. After that, what was the second? Oh, no, he's back. He can steal it. Right. Where do the Sharks attack in
D.
Sharknado 3?
D. Don't know.
You
Just
don't
D.
want to pick
You
D.
picked
Oh,
D.
maybe you do want
It's
to pick
locked
D.
in. Right, your options were.
Maybe you do.
He said A, right? Where did the Sharks attack in Sharknado 3? Paris, Tokyo.
All I wanted was some food. I was hoping there was
London.
going to be something out there, and I just wasn't. So.
But you said D. Space.
I mean, I would have gone with D anyway because I wanted to be space.
And let me tell you. It starts in America. Apparently, according to the Wikipedia, it gets to space eventually.
Good. I mean,
Back in the game, baby.
Apparently,
Alright, so
like
start
you
the next
haven't
question.
watched the entire thing.
I'm
like
getting this
that.
is my weekend now. 3-day weekend, 3 shot. No, the month is 4
so
shot.
do I have to leave now every time before you ask the question and just come back in and try and get
Pick
it?
a random
Right.
one.
No, I'll get serious now.
Yeah, of course you
Oh
will.
God, it was
Another Sharknado question?
No, all serious now. All about French wrestlers. Well, question 7. Rene Dupree.
Yep, definitely French.
Yep.
La
100%.
Resistance.
Canadian.
100% French.
Rene Dupree's dog Fifi.
Famous WCPW wrestler Rene Dupree.
Yes.
Correct. What was he called when he was here?
Rene Dupree.
Oh, it was just he didn't have a different name. Oh, wow. Creative.
Ronnie Dupree.
He's been taking notes of him. I'll bring somebody else's homework. Yeah, well, okay, fair enough.
There we go.
Sound?
Just change the name.
Yep, Rene Dupree with an extra E on the end. There you go. Can't sue me for that. Rene Dupree.
Ronnie Prudy.
Yeah, there you go.
Rene Dupree's dog Fifi was banned from the locker room
Rene Fifi.
after it did what? Did it do a poo in hardcore Holly's boots? did it?
He's already popped himself.
He can't even get through
He's
it.
popped himself, and I don't think it's just with the actual thing. It's the delivery.
Yeah.
Of, oh, God, all these boot. He popped himself.
He was up like 5 times just reading that.
Oh, it's from the top.
did Rene Dupree's dog Fifi was banned from the locker room after he did what? A poo in hardcore Holly's boots. It bit a wrestler on the lip. It licked a diva's bum, or it hummed a title.
See, now I want it to be all the other things, right? I want it to be all the other things. But I feel like Nicholas, what he won't have done 2 in a row is the problem. Part of me's thinking because, like, the dead man would have been like, he's disrespecting the business by humping the belt.
Yeah.
You can't hump the belt. Someone's got to take that around the territories, and they can't do it with dog hump on it. Would be the thought process, but he did pick D for the last one. So,
Yeah.
what were the other options?
Poo in hardcore Holly's boots.
That one sounds good because you said it's silly, which might be enough. What's the other ones?
Bit a wrestler on the lip,
Or the diva on a bum.
or licked a diva's bum.
Diva's bum. I don't really care. Lick the diva's bum.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Think about the era it was in. They didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still licking a diva.
It's not Rene Dupree looking.
Yeah, but it depends who's diva's. But if the diva had a hard boyfriend,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. Or if
how-
he's lifting the dog up to the diva's
Hey, go on.
that's how we settle
Lick it.
things now, Phil. Your
I'm gonna-
dog licked my girl's ass.
I'm gonna
Nobody
go.
licks Sarah's ass. I'll beat his ass. I'll kick assholes' asses.
I got a name tattooed on me for life until I need to cover it up and change my mind.
I've been drinking beers and being weird for 25 years, but ain't nobody putting their dog's tongue on my girl's butt.
Puts the dog in wrestler's
take
court.
a-
There, you're on trial.
What are you going to see for yourself? That's what I thought.
You gotta buy the boys some beer, dog.
You gotta buy the boys a crate of beer, dog. But I'm a dog. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna
Get your
go
pocket money out, boy.
poopy boot.
Poopy boots.
I'll call his boot.
I'll call his poopy boot.
Yeah.
No, dear, that's
Wrestler
wrong.
on the lip is boring.
Uh,
Right. Look, sticking with La Resistance.
La Resistance.
With Rob Conway and Sylvain Grenier continue La Resistance when Rene got drafted. And they had a double team
What
finisher.
war did he go to?
It took me a second. They had a tag team finisher, which was like a bear hug / lariat takedown. But what was the name of the move?
Bear hug / lariat takedown.
No. One half, it was called Bonne Nuit, and then there was a second half. You have to fill in the blanks. So
Mon
what-
ami.
Oh, well, careful.
Shoot.
What's it called? Bonne Nuit, Bon Anniversaire.
You just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Is it called
worse than getting a birthday telegram from Zinedine Zidane.
Bon anniversaire. Bonne nuit, ma chérie.
Wow.
Bonne nuit, la crêpe. Or bonne nuit, pain au chocolat, more like.
Nicholas.
Oh, dear.
What was it again? Run us through them.
Bon anniversaire,
Yeah.
ma chérie.
Yeah.
La crêpe.
Yeah.
Or pain au chocolat, more like.
Number 2, please, Jeff.
Ma chérie.
No, dear, that's wrong.
No.
What were the other ones?
Bon anniversaire, la crêpe. Or pain au chocolat.
Anniversaire.
No, dear, that's wrong.
La crêpe.
The
Oh, that's bad.
Rubbish, innit?
What does that actually run it through the machine? What does it translate to? Bon nuit le crêpe.
Crepe's a pancake.
Yeah. But like,
Good night, pancake, maybe. Is there? There's a flapjack move. There's not a pancake move, is there?
there's a flapjack.
Good night, crêpe. Brilliant. Thanks very
Yeah,
much.
it's just a pancake. Good night, pancake.
Well, I got a new favorite move. Got a new favorite move. Pancakes. Pancakes is no. Oh
my God,
Pancakes is pancakes.
Good night, pancake.
Give me the number for the pumpkin pie. No, pancakes is pancakes.
Pancakes.
Oh!
Oh, dear. Right, what are we on? 3-1 still.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
2 to go, so you can get both of these.
Yeah, I
Draw
don't
up.
want them.
Okay.
I don't want them.
On back to Andre the Giant.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Again, I
Look at
thought
me
I'd
run out
get
of
one
French
question for each.
I've done this. I've done this.
What was Andre the Giant's favourite prank? Knocking on doors and running away.
Was it 2 in the morning? Look at this.
I love the
Lost
idea.
it.
I love the idea. Someone opening the door. I think it's Andre the Giant just knocked on the door.
He's like running away, but very obviously him. Even in the distance, like he looks like he stood just next to me. He's just really big.
Giant footprints in
Yeah.
the flowers.
Like, run away.
What was his favourite prank? Knocking on doors and running away. Moving his friends' cars.
That's got to be
Yeah.
a good contender right there.
Crank calls. Or just being really good at hide and seek.
Nicholas.
Yes.
Moving the cars.
And apparently, he was also a very generous man.
You would, wouldn't you, by the way? If you
Yeah.
just, like,
Yeah, if you could.
Oh, I
100%.
can lift cars really easy. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take my
do
mate's
this,
car
yeah.
to a different town.
Just like, I also like the idea of like, oh, I'm well good at parking, mate. Oh yeah, get out of this spot, mate.
Just fold his car in half.
I read a really nice thing about him. Apparently, he was really generous and he refused to let anyone like pay bills when they went to restaurants and stuff. Probably because obviously he was eating inordinate amounts of food. Apparently, Schwarzenegger went for a meal with him and tried to sneak off to pay the bill. And he literally just picked him up. Nah, I'll be paying Arnold out of the way. Right. I'll take you back.
I'll be back.
You might have a bit of a chance here because we're talking NXT TakeOver from many, many moons ago.
Ah, yeah, the famous NXT
yeah.
TakeOver France.
Ah,
He's talking about the guy. It's the hair guy, isn't it? It's the hair guy.
Sylvester Lefort,
Yes.
who was also an ex-WCPW guy. What does commentary say when Sylvester Lefort loses the hair versus hair match with one Enzo Amore? Is it?
My consensual penis.
It's not that. That's not one of the options.
I am Bill Cosby, bitch.
Does commentary say...
I'm just gonna let you get through it.
Okay.
So you just do your thing.
Bold voyage? Does commentary say, off with his hair? Does commentary say, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Or does commentary say, does commentary say, Sylvester and Tweety, bye to your barnet? Which are the options there? Do you think commentary says? What?
You went off the deep end.
Wow.
At the end there.
Yeah, he lost it. He lost it. He was
Okay.
on a roll and he lost it.
Nicholas.
There you go.
I hate all of these.
Yes.
Just in case anyone at home forgot. What were the options again?
Bald Voyage, Off with his hair,
Yep.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi, or Sylvester and Tweety bye to your Barnet.
Yep. I mean, D's a close contender there. It really is right up there. It's A or C. I think. I just don't know. 2 letters you always want to see separate. Yeah. So what was the answer again? Sorry.
Bald Voyage or Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
They both sound like terrible puns. Bald Voyage sounds like a quick sound bite that's easier to do on commentary. So I'm going to go for my sins with Bald Voyage.
No, dear, that's wrong.
What was B?
Off with his hair.
That one.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's so crap.
Yep. So incredibly
Rubbish. I think I would have preferred if it was D.
Incredible.
So what was it? Sylvester.
And Tweety bye to your Barnet.
Yeah.
Like Tweety Pie.
Nailed
Yeah.
it. 10 out of 10.
We got it.
Obi-Wan
Yes.
Kenobi says, you are what the French call les incompetents.
Les incompetents.
That's a Home Alone reference. Very good.
Yep. Or maybe he's just saying that you're incompetent.
Well,
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Oh, I have my cake and eat it.
très bien to Philippe Chambers,
Très bien.
the winner of this week's quiz. Let us know how you got on in the quiz, either in the comment section or on X at WhatCultureWWE. Watch, they can follow all 3 of us. You can follow the winner, Phil Chambers, at
Phil Monchambert. You can follow at Nicholas at.
Who am I again?
it is
At it's Adam Nicholas. You can also follow Adam Wilbourn at
Adam Wilbourn. Ça s'écrit Adam Wilbourn. Très bien. Enjoy Backlash this weekend. Thank you to everyone who's joined us, by the way, in the chat. Thank you for all your donations, as always. We'll be back, hopefully, next week. All going well.
With no French listeners.
Yeah, we've lost all 4 of them. They're all gone now.
But for now, my thanks to Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon. WrestleCulture is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Le restaurant.
Le restaurant, le restaurant.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Go to the
Bienvenue.
computer. Ah, oui. Disable le stream.
Très bien, merci.
J'adore l'audience. Mon voiture est sur la table.
Oh. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bonne nuit. Bon anniversaire. Bonne...